Hey folks, welcome to the channel where I look at all sorts of topics. I'm a philosopher by nature. I'm agnostic. I have been a fundamentalist Christian about 30 years ago for a couple of years. And so I understand that mindset quite well. And then now I can't say I believe in God. I can't say I don't. The evidence isn't overwhelming either way, let's put it that way. And the limits of human reason suggest that there's always missing parts, things that we just can't say with certainty. So I know some folks do. Some folks say there absolutely isn't a God. Others are like, absolutely there is. And that's not my position. So I'm comfortable looking at virtually any topic, whether it's theological, whether it's purely scientific, whether it's conjectural, what have you. And I look at lines of reasoning and the way things are developed. And this one fascinates me here. The name of it is Quantum AI, Artificial Intelligence, analyzes the most disturbing data ever detected by the James Webb Space Telescope. I've got a nerdy JWST hat myself. So let's see what this disturbing data is that is coming our way, evidently.
Computers are the ultimate computers because they're computing on atoms. If there are aliens in outer space, and I think there are, it means that they also have perfected quantum computers, and they can do calculations that are far beyond anything that we can calculate.
Why would you think
that? A quantum
that?
AI system just analyzed raw data from the James Webb Space Telescope, and the results immediately caught scientists' attention. The quantum AI flagged anomalous signals and previously unknown structures in deep space that appear to defy known laws of physics, raising serious concerns among researchers. Recent observations from the James Webb Telescope already hinted at unexpected phenomena, such as the universe expanding faster than predicted. So, what did the quantum AI find? The quantum AI detected unusual patterns of radiation and light originating near a supermassive black hole, approximately 13 billion light-years away. These weren't typical signals. They showed repeating elements that stood out from the expected random cosmic noise. According to current physics models, such organized radiation patterns are difficult to explain with conventional theories. Recent James Webb observations had already uncovered JWST ER1G, a massive galaxy creating a gravitational phenomenon called an Einstein ring, pointing to unusual behavior in dark matter distribution. Now, this latest discovery intensified scientists' curiosity. The quantum AI analysis revealed these anomalous signals required entirely new theoretical frameworks to understand their source and meaning.
That's why science is always developing.
Quantum AI combines two groundbreaking technologies: quantum computing and advanced artificial intelligence algorithms. Unlike traditional computing, quantum AI is capable of analyzing trillions of data points simultaneously, making it uniquely suited to interpreting the vast, complex datasets captured by the James Webb Space Telescope. Thanks to quantum mechanics, quantum AI can detect intricate patterns in data that humans and even classical AI simply cannot perceive. It sees connections where traditional methods see chaos. This
reminds me of the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson. It was very well done about using 100% of your brain's capacity. This reminds me a little bit of that, where AI can see so much at once that we don't see, including all the noise in the universe and repeat signals, and that's what it evidently is finding.
This unprecedented analytical capability is why organizations like NASA and several private research labs now use quantum AI for deep space exploration, often in top-secret projects. Recently, quantum AI technology took another major leap forward. Breakthroughs have simplified methods to achieve quantum entanglement, a process crucial for quantum computing. These advancements promise even faster, more accurate analysis of deep space data, potentially unlocking countless hidden mysteries of our universe. But what this quantum AI uncovered next in the James Webb data generated significant interest throughout the scientific community, a structure that shouldn't exist. As the quantum AI dove deeper into the James Webb Telescope's data, it identified a cosmic structure unlike anything seen before, a massive geometric object emitting precise, regular pulses of radiation. Researchers estimated its scale to be roughly the size of an entire solar system.
Wow.
But the truly unsettling detail was found in the radiation itself. The pulses were not random. They appeared deliberately encoded, resembling structured data transmissions, not natural phenomena. Such a structure defies our current scientific understanding. Recent observations from the James Webb Telescope already challenged astronomers by discovering ancient galaxies whose characteristics violated existing models of galaxy formation.
This is where I say are the limits of our knowledge. It's just to say virtually anything with certainty is, as Voltaire said, is absurd. Our information is limited. We exist in a sliver of time, and the quote-unquote laws of physics and so forth that we rely heavily upon as being accurate and inviolable, it's still only a very small sliver of time in which we're receiving this information and processing it, such that, like in the singularity, physics were different. That's theorized. If there was a singularity, a point of infinite density out of which all the matter in the universe sprang, and then we're eventually the product of that, then if the physics in that environment are radically different or were radically different than what they are now, what is to say that those physics will not change in the next million or 1,000 or next year at some point where the data points are such that we're getting a bigger picture in a longer timeline. And they're discovering things that we never would have conceptualized. AI is discovering it. And this is where I say we are very limited, not only in the amount of things that we know, but how we process them and the duration of time with which we've had to process them. It's a small sample size, in other words, of information that mankind has existed in the age of rationalization and computerization and so forth for us to understand and process and make sense of so-called laws, which very well may change.
These newly found galaxies exhibited unusual properties that, according to our understanding of cosmic evolution, shouldn't have existed so early in the universe. This unexpected discovery heightened concern around the new, massive structure flagged by the quantum AI. What could explain such a structure? Theoretical physicists recognize its properties as consistent with concepts like a Dyson sphere, an enormous structure designed by an advanced civilization to harness the power of stars. But this possibility raises disturbing implications. Could humanity be observing the technology of a civilization far beyond our understanding? Even more chilling, could we ourselves be under observation by entities with unimaginable capabilities? The scientific community quickly found itself divided over how to handle these extraordinary findings. Many experts argued strongly in favor of transparency, insisting that the public deserved to know immediately. Others, however, expressed deep concern that disclosing the existence of such inexplicable structures and potential signals from advanced non-human intelligences could lead to mass panic and destabilization. Recent discoveries from the James Webb Telescope had already shaken confidence in existing cosmological models. Now, these new findings by the quantum AI were forcing astrophysicists to reconsider virtually everything they thought they understood about the universe.
Well, quasars did that too, as well as virtually every new discovery causes us to, whether it's in the lab in a petri dish or whether it's in deep space by our standards, and everything causes us to reconsider. Sometimes in big ways, big relative to us, others in more nuanced ways, like Einstein's special theory of relativity versus regular quote-unquote relativity.
What do you think this structure is? Let us know in the comments before we reveal what's really going on. AI makes unexpected correlation. As the quantum AI continued analyzing the James Webb data, it uncovered an unexpected correlation that deepened scientists' concern. These strange signals closely matched anomalies recorded decades earlier by NASA's Voyager 1 probe and the Chandra X-ray Observatory. Rather than an isolated event, it appeared to be part of something far more extensive and possibly deliberate. Recent Webb observations had already detected gravitational lensing effects, such as Einstein rings, which revealed massive, unseen structures influencing the paths of light from distant galaxies. Now, the idea that these mysterious signals might belong to an interconnected system spanning vast distances became alarmingly credible. Suddenly, the possibility that humanity might be facing a much larger and more organized cosmic phenomenon seemed all too real. If you find these revelations fascinating, don't forget to subscribe. We bring you discoveries that no one else is talking about every week. Scientists issue urgent warning. Faced with mounting evidence, leading astrophysicists quickly issued an urgent recommendation. NASA coordinated with observatories around the world to focus specialized instruments on the region from which the anomalous signals originated. The primary concern was gathering sufficient data across multiple wavelengths to properly classify and understand this unusual cosmic phenomenon. This cautionary approach reflected genuine anxiety within the scientific community. Experts openly acknowledged that our existing understanding of cosmic phenomena might be dangerously incomplete. It became clear that humanity was potentially dealing with forces or intelligences far beyond current comprehension.
The comical part, to an extent, is that we think they may be observed, like you posited, just suggested they might be observing us, might be far more intelligent, way more advanced than us, could be observing us, which could be alarming for people. And that sounds remarkably the way a lot of people describe God. That we're being observed, we're being watched, we might be judged, we might be condemned to this, might go to heaven, all this stuff. It's just funny how the thoughts intersect after a while, or may come back, and even though they got there by different means, who knows? Could the biblical texts have been inspired by such a civilization? Maybe, I don't know.
And just when scientists thought they had seen it all, the AI flagged something even more disturbing. Just as scientists were grappling with the implications of the mysterious signals and structures, the quantum AI identified another puzzling aspect: unusual light spectrum characteristics. According to its analysis, radiation emitted from the enigmatic cosmic structure displayed properties that challenge conventional astrophysical models, suggesting exotic physics might be at work in this region of space. Recent JWST observations already indicated strange temporal anomalies. Distant cosmic phenomena appeared inexplicably younger or older than current physics could account for. This had already hinted at unexplained disruptions in the flow of cosmic time. But the AI's latest findings now suggested something more profound. Researchers cautiously proposed a startling hypothesis. These anomalies might represent active external manipulation of space-time itself. If true, it would mean an intelligence or phenomenon exists that possesses the ability to control or even alter fundamental aspects of reality, an idea utterly beyond current human understanding.
It's like our television.
What are we really looking at? In light of these unprecedented discoveries, theoretical physicists have begun openly reconsidering ideas previously relegated to the realm of science fiction. Recent JWST anomalies detected throughout 2024, including structures that shouldn't exist and mysterious signals defying current physics, have caused a dramatic shift toward once dismissed theories, such as cosmic simulations or extraterrestrial manipulation of reality itself. Is it possible the quantum AI has uncovered ancient extraterrestrial technology left by civilizations far more advanced than ours? Could this anomaly simply represent a natural cosmic phenomenon, indicating our fundamental laws of physics require complete revision? Or perhaps most unsettling, could it be an artifact from the fabric of a simulated reality? Proof that our universe isn't what we believe it to be? Scientists are urgently developing new theoretical models to interpret these startling AI conclusions, acknowledging that traditional explanations may no longer suffice. For the first time, mainstream astrophysics is seriously considering that humanity may have encountered evidence of something truly extraordinary, something beyond our current scientific comprehension. The groundbreaking discoveries made possible by quantum AI and the James Webb Space Telescope have forced astrophysicists around the world to urgently reconsider fundamental assumptions about physics, space-time, and the very structure of the universe. What started as strange signals and mysterious cosmic structures has rapidly escalated into a profound scientific reckoning. Scientists are now racing against time, trying desperately to understand whether these signals represent a naturally occurring phenomenon, advanced extraterrestrial technology, or something even more unsettling. A warning. One fact is clear. The combined power of quantum computing and Webb's observations has opened up a completely new and potentially terrifying frontier in cosmology. Whatever this phenomenon ultimately turns out to be, it's unprecedented. As researchers openly admit, we've never encountered anything like this before. And after this discovery, we may never look at the cosmos in the same way again. Upcoming observations by the James Webb Telescope in late 2024 and throughout 2025 are set to focus specifically on these newly identified anomalies near supermassive black holes, promising even more extraordinary revelations in the near future. If you thought this discovery was intense, wait until you hear what Webb just detected near a black hole. Subscribe and turn on notifications.
All right, there wasn't anything over the top revealed in that video. I mean, there was information certainly that was useful, that what Webb is coming up with, and the different information that's coming from the cosmos to us, and it's being processed at a much more rapid rate. Nothing definitive, not as far as what was in this video, and it's theoretical. But it just goes to show the limits of our knowledge. Physics, our understanding of physics may change. What we call laws, those things that are basically immutable, they may change. Our understanding of them may change. They may just be temporary laws, if you will, just because we live within, as I mentioned during the video at one point, within a small sampling of the physics that we're observing. Our ability to ferret information, I mean, the radio signals were developed in the late 1800s. So if we look at that as a seminal moment in mankind's intellectual history where we can communicate among ourselves, but also those signals are traveling at the speed of light into interstellar space, 130 years or so. Now, Newton was talking about physics back in the 1700s. And Copernicus and Galileo were charting the stars. But as far as calculus goes and these deeper ideas that we have, a couple of hundred years, that's what we've got of contemplation and observing and living within the physical models, the physical, if we want to call them laws, fine. But the physical, they might just be principles or guidelines. They might turn out to be physical guidelines where they generally work a certain way, but not always. Or it's not uniform throughout the universe. It's difficult to imagine just because something's 10 billion light years away that the speed of light's different, or drop a ball and something different happens, but it might be different. And this kind of video just shows why the philosophical approach, and all of us are philosophers in our own right when we just think about it being like a lover of wisdom, trying to understand what's going on. But some people are much more regimented in their approach than others. Having that open mind that, look, things are going to change, and they may change radically. And here you wind up with what might turn out to be a crisis in quantum physics versus probability. And that's been going on for 7-8 years at least, where the small world isn't behaving the way probability theorists suggest they, quote unquote, should be. But they're not bound by our predictions. They're not bound by our understanding, our current understanding of things. And things are going to change. They always do. That's why certainty is an absurd notion, because even here in science, you've got remarkably similar language to God talk in one part of this. And it's like, okay, you don't have to call it God. You could say an advanced civilization way more powerful than us and might control us. And if they tell us to call them God, guess what we're going to call them? That's the nature of science. That's the nature of philosophy. That's the nature of religion. It's the nature of humanity trying to make sense of things. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you made it this far, thank you for being part of it. Have a great day. Please subscribe. See you on another video, and keep thinking philosophically.